back, guys. Bit of a blustery day out here, kind of rainy, but we'll make the best of it. So I'm out here at my track I use for the go-kart. Now I've got in front of me my 2012 DK40se, the hydrostatic model. I've also got on the back here an MK Martin 72-inch, or is it a 78? Regardless, it's a pretty wide box plate. Now this box plate here is going to help me put a grade onto the track. Now, in order for this to work, I'm going to put a bit of a off-camber section to the track so that when I'm going around the corners, it helps me to get a bit more traction and make those corners a bit more fun. Now, if you come around the back here, on the box plate, what I've done, there's an adjustable link arm there. Now, this adjustable link arm right here, I've set so that this side is higher than that side. So if you step back and have a look at the box plate here, the box plate isn't level currently to the level of the wheels on the tractor. This side is higher, thus this should be the higher side for my berm when I'm going around. So I'm going to stop talking, I'm going to get in the tractor and let's see how it works. Guys, just about finished up here. It's the next morning. I got some rain on me last night, so I packed it in, but just wrapping up here. So what I did was I put a good angle on the box plate, dropped down the scarifiers and scratched up some of the ground, and then I'm just smoothing it right now, and that's creating a bit of a berm here around the corners. And that's the whole goal. I want to get some berms created so the go-kart has a bit more of a slope when it's flying around these corners. But anyways, box plates turned out pretty well. As I mentioned before, this is the MK Martin series, made here in Ontario, so kind of nice to shop local. So what I'm doing now, I got the box plate up a little bit, probably about an inch underneath the leading edge of the blade down there. So I'm just knocking off high spots, and then I'm going to tilt the box plate back a bit. And so what that'll do is the blade that's on the very back of the box blade will then drag more so than the front one will cut. And so that'll give me the finished product, and that'll be good enough for this guy. So now if we look at it, this is no longer parallel to the ground. There's a bit of an angle this way. Therefore the back edge here is going to drag more so than the front's going to cut. And so that should give it its final smooth. At least that's the idea. And just a final note here. This camera has turned out to be amazing for when I got an implement like the box plate on the back. What it allows me to do is to continually face forward, but I can tell how much material is collecting in that box, so kind of nice that way. Check out my other video if you're into that. That's just about going to do it for me here. I'm just wrapping up the final lap here. I think we got it smoothed out pretty good. This Kioti, it's a solid machine. If you guys are in the market, I can't say highly enough how much I like it. It doesn't mean the other machines out there aren't good either, but this one's treated me real well. Also, that box blade, it's a pretty solid unit. I was going back and forth, pushing and pulling material, so forward and reverse with it, and it seems to do a really, really good job. It's nice and solid, well built. So anyways, hope this video, you guys either learned something from it or enjoyed it. If you got any comments, put them down below. I'd be happy to hear from you. And in the meantime, take care, and we'll see you guys all next time.